Okay, let's set the scene. First up, there's this guy, Tucker. Shark diving boat captain on the Gold Coast. Seems friendly, kind of unassuming, a local guy. He even had these scars, apparently from a shark attack he survived. It makes him seem almost heroic, doesn't it?
Absolutely. And that's often the first tool, isn't it? Trust. Those scars, they aren't just scars. They're psychological tools. They make people let their guard down. You see someone like that, especially in a tourist setting, you think, okay, this person knows the risks. They've faced danger. It creates a false bond.
Right, a false sense of security.
Exactly. It's a calculated way to disarm people before anything even happens, turning that dream trip into, well, the start of a trap.
It's chilling. So he takes out these 2 Canadian tourists, Greg and his friend Heather, who's pregnant. They're expecting this amazing shark dive experience, thrilling but safe, in a cage.
The typical adventure tourism package.
Precisely. But almost right away, Tucker asks them this question. Are you guys alone? Sends a little chill down your spine just hearing that now.
Isolating them.
And then, boom! It happens so fast. He stabs Greg in the throat, shoves him into the water. Heather's just left there. Horrified. Trapped.
Wow, that suddenness, that brutality.
Yeah.
It tells you a lot.
What does it tell you from a psychological perspective?
Well, it shows complete premeditation. There's no hesitation, no emotional connection. It's pure predatory action. And the violence itself isn't just about killing Greg. It's about instantly dominating Heather, shattering her reality, establishing absolute control through terror. She's in shock, compliant. That's the goal.
Okay, hold that horrifying thought. Because meanwhile, there's this other thread starting. Zephyr, she's an American surfer, traveling solo, kind of living the dream, right? Freedom, van life.
Yeah.
She bumps into this local real estate agent, Moses. It's a kind of quirky meeting. His car needs a jump start. There's some banter about her maybe tossing trash in his dumpster. He playfully blackmails her. They connect over surfing. It feels really spontaneous.
It's a chance encounter.
Totally. And it leads to something more. They have a one-night stand. The next morning, she heads out to surf, but realizes, oh no, she's dropped her fin key, essential bit of kit.
Happens all the time.
Right. And who should drive past right then? Tucker. In his truck, she just flags him down, innocently asks if he has a spare fin key. That's it. Bag over her head, she's gone. Just like that.
Wow. That fin key moment. It's brutal how mundane it is. How does something so small become the trigger?
Yeah.
It's a really stark reminder, isn't it? How vulnerability can just appear out of nowhere from the most everyday things, needing a tool, asking for a little help. That's all it took for Tucker. He didn't need some grand plan. He just exploited that tiny moment of need. Makes you think how thin that line is between, normal life and sudden danger.
It really was. So Zephyr wakes up and the reality is just awful. She's chained to a bed and she's not alone. Heather is there, still alive, but imprisoned. A living nightmare.
Yeah.
Zephyr's mind immediately goes to escape. She spots something tiny. Heather's bikini top that has an underwire.
Potential tool.
Exactly. Fragile, but maybe, just maybe, she tries to get it, hide it. But Tucker sees everything. He finds it. Crushes that tiny bit of hope immediately. What does that tell us about him? His control.
It shows he's hyper-vigilant. Obsessively controlling the environment. It's not just physical chains. He's actively stamping out any spark of resistance, any hope. Finding that underwire and taking it away reinforces their helplessness. It's part of breaking them down psychologically.
And what comes next is, it's just profoundly disturbing. That night, he drugs them both. Zephyr is conscious, strapped to a chair, forced to watch.
Oh, this is horrific.
He puts Heather in this harness, lowers her into the water. He's filled with chum. You can just imagine the shark circling, then attacking, devouring her.
Unspeakable.
And after she's gone, he takes a lock of her hair, adds it to this grotesque collection he has. Tapes, other mementos from victims.
Okay, so this is moving beyond just killing. This is ritualistic.
Explain that. What's the significance of the ritual, the collecting?
For some offenders, especially organized ones, the act is part of a larger fantasy. The killing, the terror, it feeds something. And the trophies, the lock of hair, the tapes, they aren't just reminders. They're tools for him to re-experience the power, the control later on. It's about owning that moment of dominance, revisiting it. It's a really disturbing hallmark of certain types of psychopathy.
Meanwhile, back on land, remember Moses?
Yeah.
He's starting to worry about Zephyr.
Right, the connection they had.
Yeah. He goes to where her van was parked, calls her phone. He actually hears it ringing nearby, probably discarded.
Oh, wow.
Then later, he sees her van being towed. His gut feeling just screams that something's seriously wrong.
Good instincts.
He doesn't hesitate. He goes to the police. Now, that contrast the absolute terror on the boat, and Moses' worry back on shore. How important is that thread?
It's crucial. It's fascinating, actually, because that connection, however brief it was between him and Zephyr, it was real. And his actions, driven by that simple concern, become the first external sign of hope. It shows how one person caring, acting on intuition, can potentially disrupt the predator's isolated world. It challenges that illusion of total control Tucker has.
And Moses doesn't stop there. His worry fuels him. He does some digging, finds security footage. It shows Tucker's truck near Zephyr's van around the time she vanished.
The link.
Exactly. It leads him to the business address, Tucker's experience, and eventually, somehow, he finds the boat.
He gets on the boat.
The tension must have been unbearable. He finds Zephyr's room. He's so close to freeing her.
Oh, my God.
But Tucker comes back, catches him. A brutal fight breaks out.
Okay.
Moses is actually holding his own. It seems like maybe he can overpower Tucker.
Yes.
And then, bam, another twist. Tucker's assistant, this guy Dave, turns out he was helping Tucker lure victims.
The accomplice.
Yeah. Dave appears out of nowhere and just knocks Moses out cold. Total betrayal.
Yeah.
But wait, it gets even crazier. Zephyr screams when she sees Moses go down. And Tucker, he turns on Dave, his own accomplice, grabs an axe, slams it into Dave's head, kills him just like that.
He killed his own partner.
What
right?
does that tell you? Killing his own helper.
It screams extreme paranoia and absolute ruthlessness. Tucker trusts no one, not even his accomplice. Dave served his purpose, maybe human liability, or maybe Tucker just panicked. Loyalty means nothing. It's all about self-preservation, which leaves Moses and Zephyr completely isolated now, even more vulnerable. Chilling.
Yeah. So Tucker throws the unconscious Moses into the room with Zephyr. They're trapped together now. And amidst all this horror, they have this incredibly raw exchange. Moses wakes up briefly. He's devastated. He apologizes for failing her. And he asks her, if things had been different, would anything have happened between them?
Wow. Even then, seeking that connection.
Zephyr's hardened, understandably. She says something like, I'm better off alone. But Moses, he pushes back. He tells her, no, I think I have a good idea of who you are. You deserve to be cared for.
That's powerful.
Yeah.
In that situation.
Right. What's the importance of that moment, of his words?
It's immense. It cuts through the terror.
Yeah.
It's an affirmation of her humanity, her worth, beyond just being a victim. It offers this tiny flicker of a future, something beyond just surviving the next minute. It taps into that fundamental need for connection, which is so vital for psychological survival.
So vital. But the immediate horror isn't over. Tucker moves the boat again. Then he puts Moses on the harness.
Oh no, like Heather.
Exactly, intending him to be shark bait. But Zephyr, thinking incredibly fast, yells at him, stay absolutely still.
Stays still.
Yeah, and Moses does it. He just hangs there, completely motionless. What's the science or instinct behind that? Does that actually work?
It can. Many sharks are triggered by movement, erratic, thrashing signs of prey in distress. By staying still, Moses minimizes that signal. He appears less like struggling food, more like part of the environment, maybe. It's this small act of control, of knowledge in a situation where they have none. It's Zephyr's understanding of the predators used defensively. Amazing presence of mind.
And it works. The sharks swim by, they ignore him.
Incredibly.
Tucker has to pull him back up, but he's furious. He then just brutally stabs Moses, repeatedly, in the abdomen.
Oh, God, to draw the sharks back with blood.
Exactly. Utter cruelty. But just then, pure chance, a lifeguard helicopter flies overhead.
Interruption.
Tucker's forced to quickly hide them both. A temporary, horrifying reprieve. That interruption, that random event.
It just highlights how even his controlled world isn't foolproof. Chance plays a role. That external factor, the chopper, disrupts his plan, forces him to react. It's a crack in his control.
Okay, back inside. Zephyr knows time is running out. She has to escape the cuffs. She tries to break her own thumb, dislocated. It doesn't work. So in this moment of just unbelievable, terrifying determination, she bites her own thumb off.
She bites
her thumb clean off to get out of cuffs.
I have no words. That level of will.
What does that act signify? Self-mutilation for freedom.
It's the absolute edge of human will, transcending pain, the body's limits, the instinct to protect oneself, all for the chance of freedom. It's primal. The body just becomes a tool. The cost doesn't matter anymore. It's an unbelievable act of reclaiming agency, whatever the price.
So she's free from the cuffs, bleeding, in agony, but free, tries to use the radio, call for help.
Yes.
But Tucker's already thought of that. Cut the power. He catches her, drugs her again.
No, after all that.
And now it's her turn on the harness. This is it. The final showdown. He lowers her down. A shark approaches. But it ignores her, too, even with the blood from her hand.
Why? Maybe the trauma, the shock, or just luck again.
Who knows? But she seizes the moment, uses a hook on the harness mechanism to start pulling herself up.
She's fighting back, even now.
Tucker tries to push her back down, stop her. But she manages it. She breaks free from the harness completely, falls into the water, but she's free of it.
That's not just physical strength. That's incredible psychological resilience. Keep fighting, adapt, turn the tables.
Wow. She's in the water. He's on the boat. She swims around, climbs back aboard, finds a weapon.
What?
A harpoon gun.
Oh, perfect.
She fires it, hits Tucker, impales him. He falls into the water.
And the sharks.
The great white, his own tool of terror, it takes him, devours him.
Poetic justice. Brutal, but wow. Consumed by his own weapon.
What does that resolution mean symbolically?
It's powerful closure. The predator destroyed by the very fear he wielded. Nature, in a dark way, balancing the scales. For Zephyr, it's not just survival, it's total victory. Reclaiming power in the most definitive way possible.
She's still connected to the harpoon by the line, pulls herself free, looks up, sees that party boat she'd seen earlier, tried to signal.
Oh.
She finds a flare gun, fires it. They see her. Finally, rescue is coming.
Thank God.
But first, she rushes to Moses. He's unconscious, losing blood from those stab wounds, and she pleads with him, "Wake up! You're what's waiting for me. You're my shore." She tells him there's something to live for.
Oh, that's...
And he hears her. He wakes up, and Zephyr smiles. Real relief. That final confession.
Yeah.
What's the message there?
It's the ultimate point, really. Survival isn't just about escaping death. It's about having something or someone to live for. It shifts from that raw animal need to survive to hope. So maybe the final thought for you listening is this. How much do we take everyday safety for granted? The normal interactions. And what really lies under the surface, not just the ocean surface, but human nature? What hidden strengths do you think you might have deep down that would only show up when faced with something truly terrifying?